Okay, good morning, dear students. Here's the correction of the midterm test number 2 for February 13th, 2024, for 9th form 5 and 6. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the first part, listening comprehension, and question number 1 is, dealing with a summary of the text, but it's missing 2 words from the text. So let me answer it. The global water crisis affects nearly 1 billion people, impacting education, health, and poverty. Here is poverty. How to write poverty? Of course, it's and poverty is a noun of poor. Now, however, the crisis is solvable. Solvable is the adjective of solve, and the noun of solve is solution. So it's solvable through innovative and traditional solutions, which not only provide clean water, but also unlock opportunities for education, work, and improved health. Opportunities means chances for better life. Right, question number 2. What does collecting water prevent women from doing? Now, prevent means not allow or simply, deprive of. So when women collect water, they can't spend time learning to read or write or earn an income or take care of their family. Now, at least 2, answers will be accepted. Now, question number 3, pick out the sentence that shows the following sentence is true. Please make sure it's true, not false. Right. A lot of kids are dying of water-related diseases. Now, in this, sentence, you should notice there is a lot of kids. So I'm asking you to search for number. And kids that are dying means they die because of water. Now, here's the answer. Every 19 seconds, a mother loses one of her children to a water-related illness. So that's the number. It's a huge one. Now, every 19 seconds, a child dies. Okay. Question number 4. What does access to clean water reduce? Reduce simply means diminish or decrease. Well, clean water means less disease and less money spent on medicine. This was the answer from the listening. Now, if we go to question number 5, which is about spelling, 2 words are missing. So, and if the water project is built, that's the past participle of build, right? And of course, it's in the past here because it's an adjective. If the if the water project is built near the school, it can increase attendance. Attendance is the noun of attend, and attending school, especially among young girls. Now let's go to the functions. What does the following sentence express? Africa alone could save 40 billion hours each year. Now this is expressing possibility because this information is applicable in the future, and when we use could plus future, that's expressing possibility or probability. And why not we say doubt? Okay, right. Concerning pronunciation, I pronounce the 4 words. Number 1, health, diarrhea, dehydration, and happening. As you can notice, diarrhea, now the H is not pronounced. Second set of words, thirsty, burdened, kind, germs. So as you can notice, kind is different. So we circle kind. Okay, that was the listening part. Let's go to the language part. Circle the correct option. Ladies and gentlemen, as a physician, please remember physician is a doctor who has witnessed the devastating effects here. The choice is the ing adjective because it describes the characteristics of the effects of smoking. So these effects are devastating, means they are damaging or detrimental, we can also say. So the devastating effects of smoking firsthand, I stand before you today to address the critical issue, the impact of smoking on hooked teenagers' lives. Adolescence is a time of exploration and vulnerability. Vulnerability means simply fragility or, prone to risk. So here is, I'm going to repeat, adolescence is a time of exploration and vulnerability. And therefore, when tobacco addiction takes hold, it can shatter youngsters' dreams and ruins their futures. Therefore, here, The link is kind of effect. Now, this adolescence is vulnerable. It means it's very prone to risk. And that's why, or so, they can ruin their future. Now, please notice each puff, this is singular. Each puff they take not only damages because here each puff, their bodies leading to respiratory illness and cancer, but it also sabotages their mental well-being, affecting mood, cognition, and overall quality of life. Now, it also here, it's still talking about each puff, right? Okay. Hooked teenagers often find themselves trapped in. So, trapped in is the synonym of hooked on or addicted to or even obsessed with. So, trapped in a cycle of dependency, unable to break free from the grip of nicotine. Furthermore, the social economic ramifications are profound. Relationships strain. Many students asked about the word strain. So, simply suffer or, are broken. Okay. Academic performance suffers and opportunities. When we talk about opportunities, this is something positive. Chances for a better life. Of course, with smoking, they diminish. Diminish simply means decrease or reduce, not rise. And to accomplish means to realize. The financial burden of this nasty habit not only, only exacerbates the situation. Exacerbates simply means, makes it worse and worse. Okay, let's get past to the second page. Now, we can or we should or we ought. Of course, we ought not to here. It's hidden. So we ought not to, stay idly or stand idly as our youth are victims to this nasty or tedious habit. So it's our duty. Please remember, ought not to. It's the same as should not plus verb. So with should, don't use to. Right. And to empower them to break free from the grips of tobacco addiction. Of course, tobacco addiction is a compound noun here, enabling them to lead healthier, more fulfilling lives. Let's join hands in this critical endeavor. Endeavor simply means, I mean, attempt or trial to safeguard the future of our teenagers. Our actions today, it's true that our actions today happen, but the shaping is going to happen in the future because it shapes the future generations. So it will shape the future generations. Thank you. That was the first task. Second task of language. Now we pass. Put the words in parentheses in the right tense of form. The United Nations Weather Agency has warned that extreme temperatures are the new normal. That's full stop. Please remember to put capital letter. And of course, here I have the blank, which means the subject of the sentence. Say. Say is a verb, expressive verb that needs someone to say. And here it's conjugated in the plural. So you should find the noun person of science, which is scientist, and of course it should be put in the plural. So scientists. Scientists say climate change is making heat waves longer, hotter, and of course frequent is the adjective here. As you can notice, here is a comparative form number 1, comparative form number 2, and I need a comparative form number 3, but this time is going to be a long adjective, and it is more frequent. Sorry for the capital letter. Don't put capitalized, please. So hotter, longer, hotter, and more frequent. Many countries have been experiencing record hot water in the past week. In parts of the US and China, the mercury went over to 50 degrees Celsius. In Death Valley, California, it was 53 degrees Celsius. And in, I don't know how to pronounce it, China, it got up to 52.2 degrees Celsius. In Spain and Italy, the temperatures rose to 46. Now, if you look at this sentence, how it started, it was here, the past, it got up here, And the sentence is still on, so we need the past of rise. Please learn your irregular verbs. So it's rose, right? It rose to 46 degrees Celsius. Many European countries and Japan have used heat alerts. They advised, again, this is the best, people, of course, with the verb advise, we need to plus verb. So they advise people to stay in the shade and drink plenty of water. The UN Weather Agency has warned Europe's heat wave could continue for another month. A spokesperson from the United Nations warned of the need to cut greenhouse gas. And here is a compound noun, greenhouse, that's number one, gas, that's number two. And of course, I need number three, which is going to be greenhouse gas emission or emissions. Of course, better here use emissions because, the number is huge. He said, extreme weather is increasing in frequency and in our warming climate. It is having a major impact on human health and water supplies, he added. We have to step up efforts to help society adapt to what is. Unfortunately, what? Becoming. What is becoming? The new normal. And here we are using is becoming because it's a gradual action and it happens, during a long period. The European Travel Commission said that extreme heat is making holiday make. I need a compound noun here. And after the blank, I have changed their travel plans. So someone changing their travel plans are called holiday makers. So you should write holiday makers one word, and of course it takes an S for the plural. People who used to holiday in Spain, please notice holiday here is a verb, okay? So people who used to holiday in Spain, Italy, and Greece are choosing to go to cooler countries instead. A woman who wanted to escape the heat by going to Rome complained that and Italy is a country, please remember, capitalized countries and nationalities. And here we're talking about the Italian capital. Italian, please, capital I, and termination, it's IAN. The Italian capital was hotter than her hometown in Texas. That was task number 2. Task number 3 is fill in the blanks with the right words from the text. Now we have different nouns. That is a relative pronoun. Breathe is a verb. Make sure this is a verb, not a noun. Us is the pronoun, object pronoun. Exactly is an adverb. Survival is a noun of survive, which means, the opposite of death. Organisms. Maybe some students do not know the word organisms, means living beings. Giving is a gerund or present participle or ing adjective, let's say. And how is a WH word. Let's begin. April 14 is Plant Appreciation Day, PAD, and this is when you appreciate just how important plants are to us. Okay, you appreciate how important plants are to us. Few of us ever stop to think just how vital, this is another parallel action, structure, how vital plants are to our survival, of course, means to our life. Without them, we shouldn't be here. Plants change the CO2 in the air into oxygen. No plants, no oxygen. Plants also improve our daily lives, and most of us have a plant or many plants we like to look after. Some of us even talk to our plants. On PAD, say some nice things to the plants in your life, or treat them to some plant food. The PAD website has a few other suggestions, such as growing your own vegetables and giving them to the poor. And here, some students simply failed because they put the parallel, they took the parallel of vegetables and they put organisms, which means nothing here. So the sentence has no meaning. But here is growing your own vegetables. That's number 1. And number 2, giving them to the poor, giving plants, to the poor. That was it. Another idea is to plant a tree for every year you've been on the planet. Plants are so important for our future. Yes, we need plants. What are plants exactly here? So the word, is simply describing uh, or specifying plants. So what are plants exactly? They don't all grow in pots. Plants are living organisms. Yes, they are. Creatures belonging to a plantae kingdom. They include trees, bushes, vines, ferns, grasses, herbs, mosses, and even green algae. People who study plants are called botanists, and they say there are 350,000 species of plants in the world. Plants are more important for us, for all of our food. We eat fruit, vegetables, grains, and animals that we eat also eat plants. We also need plants to breathe. And make sure you write the E. Please, some students miss the E, so that changes a word from a verb to a noun. We cannot accept the breath here. So, because the sentence will say, we also need plants to breathe, which is not correct. They have a system called photosynthesis, which provides us with oxygen. And here is the explanation of breathe. Okay. Plants also provide us here the same, expression is repeated twice. So provides us with materials for building things like wood, medicines. Even the energy we use is from plants. Oil is a fossil fuel from plants that died millions of years. We really need to appreciate plants more. Okay, that was a correction. I'm going to send you the link of the listening, which is taken from British Council, and also the other tasks. So, okay, these two are also taken from other listening sites. So that was it. I hope you make the grade. Thank you. Have a nice day.